We take this Washington, D.C. trip every year as part of our 8th grade curriculum. I think it's extremely important that the 8th graders are able to kind of take what they learn in the classroom and apply it to the real world. And there's no better place than to do that than in our nation's capital.
This type of a trip ties in directly with our social studies curriculum, so we're able to piece our curriculum from school for social studies, and the kids get to come and see it firsthand and actually see history and how it happened instead of just reading about it in our books.
We've been able to go through all of the monuments. We've been able to do things like the Lincoln Memorial. We did the Jefferson Memorial. We've done the Capitol building. We've been able to do all the war memorials. Those are very important because we do learn about those wars. We do learn about those issues in class, and I think it's extremely important for this 8th grade to be able to see hands-on what we're actually talking about in the classroom. I think it just enriches everything that they kind of learn about, and everything that they get excited about in the classroom, they're then able to be excited about and very knowledgeable about once we actually get to Washington, D.C.
So the first day that we came in, it was a really nice landing, and we were able to get some food, and then we went straight to the Holocaust Museum, which was really cool. It was pretty sad, but it was sort of cool to like picture it and see it, because we talk about it inside of school, but to actually like see it for real inside of a museum was a really cool deal. And then we were able to go to a nice dinner and relax back at the hotel, which was really nice to have that there.
Well, EA Tours has taken care of everything for us, from our tickets to all of the museums, all of our activities that we've done, checking in the hotel.
You can come here, have a good time, and you don't have to worry about anything. So you'll have myself, like a tour guide, where I help out at the hotels, making sure everything goes smoothly, giving you all kinds of information about the city. Your hotels are included. You'll have breakfast, great warm hot breakfast. Your driver and bus, which is such a help in DC, because although we do walk a lot, it's great to have a nice warm place in the winter or a nice place to cool down in the summer with air conditioning. Ticketing for all of the events, all of the museums, monuments, everything is all included.
So everything's planned, everybody's there right behind us, and you just have fun and go on with the trip. There's nothing to worry about at all.
The kids are really able to enjoy themselves because it's not just about the history of everything and the history of DC, but also the entertaining things that they get to do, like going to different restaurants and trying different places, being able to hang out with each other. They seem really excited, really energetic about everything that they do. The 8th grade class from last year, they came in and they just really loved it, and they came back from DC, and it was just something that was on their minds, and they talked about it all the time, and I'm hoping the same thing happens with this group as well. It's just a memorable experience for them.
Washington, D.C. and the many museums and the different places that are a part of D.C. and the surrounding area give the students an opportunity to experience, to feel something. That emotion sticks with them for the rest of their lives. And that is something you can take far beyond the classroom at 8th, 10th, 11th grade, but far into adulthood. And parents that have went on these types of trips before still remember the experiences and the sensations that they had when they were young children going on this trip.
My day was awesome. My day was sweet. My day was cold. My day was in DC.
One thing that I would tell parents especially is that it is just so dire that students get out of classroom experience. If you are at all going to be able to apply the things that you're having your students learn, it is so integral to their learning experience. Not all learning happens inside the classroom, and EA Tours provides us with the opportunity to be able to take this trip and to really apply the things that we learn. Really, I think of it not as an investment into a trip, but an investment in your student. A wealth of knowledge is learned. They get things like teamwork. They learn things about each other. We get to learn from them in a different way outside the classroom. I not only learn about them as students, but I learn about them as people. And we're really able to build a connection here that we would not be able to do inside of a classroom setting. So I really appreciate being able to have this opportunity, and I appreciate EA Tours for doing that for us.
I would say they have an absolutely huge advantage going on these types of DC trips, European trips, trips throughout America and the world. Because if you were able to have that spark of emotion, you're able to retain that information far beyond something that you read in a book. You have that sensation of history, that sensation of the events that have long passed. And when you have that sensation, you can retain information far beyond because you feel it. You just didn't see it or hear it.
I would recommend it to everybody, even if you're not in just an entirely large group. I think it would be good to definitely look into EA Tours and really just check a bunch of different places out, not just DC, but all the other different trips that they have.
As a parent and as an educator, the trip is priceless. It's worth every single penny for your students to be able to come and see history and see how it connects with the classroom.
You're going to be safe, you're going to be fine, you're going to have food, you're going to have your friends, and it's an awesome trip, and you should definitely take it.
I would say definitely come, because I know that the memories I made here are not memories that I could have made back home. I got to throw my first snowball, so if you've never seen snow or been on an airplane, even if you're scared, just do it, because it's worth it in the end.